Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and it's time to announce the leading gentleman. Oh, actually, is in the leading ladies set of stamps from Ellen Hutson, and he's part of the new release in January 2019, and he's a wonderful addition to the set because he has heaps of different little stamps within the set that can be used together. So what I decided to do today was actually combine two of the stamps and create a photo bomb and make my own Polaroid. So I've only actually stamped out half of the man, and I wanted to add the flower in his mouth, but I kind of did it in a way that I lost his smile. So I did just come back in and draw that with my Copic multi-liner. So I'm just doing some really simple Copic colouring today, and I will list all the colours that I use at my blog. I've also got another card to share at my blog using this same stamp set, and I've coordinated it with the letterboard set that was recently released, and I'm a little bit addicted to. It is so much fun. And these new stamps in this set are perfect because everybody I talk to struggles with making masculine card designs, and the little elements that are included in this set make it so easy. So if you've got a man in your life that is into fishing or golf or barbecuing, or there's just so many little bits and pieces that you can use from this set to personalize it. And of course you don't have to use the man, although he does coordinate perfectly with the leading ladies. But the other card that I made today just uses some of the other images out of the set instead. So head to my blog and you can check that out there. So this set does have coordinating dies as well, even for all the little elements that are in the stamp set. But I wanted the flower to look like it was in his mouth and didn't want to actually die cut it separately, but you could easily do that. I instead just decided to come along and fussy cut the image out. Now for my little scene in my Polaroid, I wanted to make it a lovely mountain, forest, lakey view thing. So what I've got here is a piece of Bristol cardstock and some distress ink colours, and I'm just using my brush to paint my little scene, and I think I'm an artist here. Seriously, I'm having a ball. I've got no idea what I'm doing. But what I decided was to make it a little bit watercolory, because these images are a little kind of cartoony, so I thought it'd be a fun combination. I do come in with my heat tool in between and dry the areas so that I didn't get any bleeding of the colours, purely because I'm too lazy and impatient to wait for it to dry. But you could just as easily let it air dry in between. I'll also list all the colours of the distress inks that I used today at my blog, and I did actually do a couple of different layers. So as I dried in between, I came in and added a darker layer on top to make it look like that washy watercolour look, and this is not hard to do. I found this actually, you know, for someone who's really done minimal watercolouring, I just kind of came in with the colours and let them do their thing. It was actually quite easy and fun. There you go. I might paint a picture from my wall next. Right, so I'm going to create my Polaroid. I've cut it to the size that I want for the card front, and I'm using the guidelines that are on my trimmer here to actually cut the window within the Polaroid. It would be much easier to use some dies and cut it, and it would be the easiest if you had a Polaroid die cut to cut it out, but I didn't. And I've done this before, and I find it quite an easy way to cut it out, especially with the guide wire in these viscous trimmers. They make it a real cinch. If you want to be really clever, you could actually come in and mark it with a pencil to make sure it's perfectly cut. That would work as well. I just eyeballed it. Okay, I'm adding some adhesive to the back of my man and working out what angle he's going to photobomb from, and just adhering that directly to the little panel that I've cut down now, which is just slightly smaller than my Polaroid window. So my scene now is cut a little bit smaller. And I just flipped it over and was able to cut the excess off with a pair of scissors. And then I was actually thinking about popping up the Polaroid, but then I thought it's a photo. Photos are flat, so that would not make sense. Not that cards make sense anyway. I could have easily popped it up and got away with it for sure, but at the moment I decided photos are flat, so everything got directly adhered. I have added a piece of brown wood grain cardstock from the Knock on Wood paper pad set from Lawn Fawn, just directly to the front of a top fold card. And my sentiment today, I thought it'd be really fun to write the words #UDaBomb, and I've used both the letterboard sets here. Now the smaller letters I have been adhering with some matte medium liquid glue because I just cut a bunch out all at once. I didn't bother actually breaking up the letters so that anytime I want to use them I can just grab them out of a bag. I wish I had have added some double-sided tape to the back like I did for the bigger or the larger alpha for the letterboard, and it is definitely much easier to add them with the adhesive already on the back. And eventually I work out which way I want my photo to go. It would look good either, any which way I had it. But I still mucked around with it for ages. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video if you like it and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to see you back here real soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.